It's fight week. We give some predictions and look at the Twitter beef between Jono Carroll and Tevin Farmer, plus Canelo's cherry-picked opponent. All that next. Please like and subscribe. Help us hit 10,000 subscribers. Leave a comment. Welcome to Tuesday Night Fight. It's fight week, and I'm really into it. Are y'all not getting hyped? Are y'all into this fight? We're just a couple days away now. About 4 days away. I thought we'd be hearing a lot more. I'm just not hearing or seeing the wall-to-wall coverage I would expect to see in a fight of this magnitude. I want to give a few predictions on the fight, outside of the actual fight prediction, which I'll give on Friday. First, I want to give a prediction on pay-per-view buys. I think this is going to do between 4 and 500,000. You get my official prediction of pay-per-view buys. I think it's going to be about 450,000 pay-per-view buys. But I'm definitely saying in between 4 and 500,000, which is decent. It's a pretty good amount, and I think Fury really helps sell this. I don't think Fury Wilder would do nearly that many pay-per-view buys with anybody else. Second, this is going to be an action fight. I think there's going to be a lot of action, which is going to lead to multiple knockdowns. So write that down. I think each fighter is going to hit the canvas. So put that all on. Those are my predictions. You're going to get 4 to 500,000 pay-per-view buys. I'm going with 450 as an official number, and I'm saying each fighter hits the canvas. But I want to get into this. So you have a fight which most people would pick is going to be a high-action fight, and we're going to see one of two things. Either we're going to see a boxing demo put on by Tyson Fury, which would be great. Watch him tame the beast that is Wilder. Or we're going to get an exceptional knockout from Wilder. Those are the only two options, right? I mean, no one thinks that Wilder's going to go in there and outbox Tyson Fury. That's ridiculous, right? So if Wilder wins, it's going to be off a sensational knockout, which is great. If Wilder loses, Fury's going to have to box amazingly. And you're going to see this big 6'9", 250-pound white dude schooling Wilder. I mean, just throwing combinations, getting in, getting out, tying him up, throwing combinations and getting out, using footwork, using lateral movement, and outboxing Wilder. So you're either going to get a boxing demo by Fury, or you're going to get a sensational knockout by Wilder. But either way, you're a winner. So this fight can't fail. And from an entertainment standpoint, it's a legitimate, lineal heavyweight title fight. Right? Like, the winner will be the legitimate, lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He'll be the division kingpin. Sorry to Anthony Joshua fans, but look, if Fury wins, he'll have wins over Klitschko and Wilder. If Wilder wins, he'll have a win over Ortiz and Fury this year. That's a pretty impressive resume. Joshua's resume is not that good. You know what I'm saying? The winner of this fight will have the best win on their resume, and they'll have the best resume overall, considering the other name they have on their list. Anthony Joshua has Joseph Parker and Vlad Klitschko, who was just taken apart by Tyson Fury. So there's no way Joshua's got a better resume. So the point is, look, Deontay Wilder has the green belt, the WBC belt, the most recognized belt. Tyson Fury is the lineal heavyweight champion, the man who beat the man who beat the man. We're getting those two guys in the ring together. This is a big fight. I'm just not seeing the hype. I guess we're right, Eddie Hearn, right? Most Americans don't know who Bomb Squad Deontay Wilder is. When you compare Deontay Wilder's popularity to other heavyweight champions like Evander Holyfield or Mike Tyson, American heavyweight champions, it's not even close. It's not even up for comparison. Those guys are infinitely more popular. If you don't believe me, call up your local sports talk show, not a boxing show. Your local sports talk show, local sports radio. Call them up. Ask them who's fighting this weekend. They're not going to know. And then ask them, who Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield is. They're going to know who those guys are. They're not going to know who Deontay Wilder is. Your friend that watches baseball and football and basketball, ask him. Who's Deontay Wilder? He's probably not going to know. It's a shame that it's gotten to this point. We can get into all the reasons why, but it is. I mean, it's. Look, Wilder does 1 million views on Showtime. Tyson and Holyfield did 1 million pay-per-view buys. Do you understand the difference? One is for $60 or $50, whatever pay-per-view was at that time. 1 million people were willing to spend their money on that. And that same number are only willing to watch Wilder for free. It's not a knock on Wilder. I think he's an exceptionally entertaining fighter. I think he's a flawed fighter, but he's entertaining. I've never watched a Wilder fight and said, wow, that was boring. You know, it is, you know, that's, well, I think this fight will be entertaining. And the other thing is, Tyson Fury is really the A side. Tyson Fury is, I know Wilder's name goes first on the promotion. I know Wilder's the champion and this and that. It's Wilder's pay-per-view. But Fury's really the one selling this, let's be honest. Fury's a bigger draw. He just is. You know, he's entertaining. And they're both entertaining. They can both sell the fight. But Tyson Fury sells more pay-per-views than Deontay Wilder does, even in America. If Fury fought someone else and Wilder fought someone else, the Fury fight would do more pay-per-view sales than the Wilder fight. So, it is what it is. You know, Fury's a bigger draw than AJ. And I got into so many arguments with Ness on the Boxing Voice, Nestor Gibbs, over this topic. Well, I said that in the U.S., not in England, not internationally all over the world, just domestically here in the States, Fury Wilder is a bigger fight. It would do more pay-per-view sales than Wilder AJ. And they called me crazy. If you look at Fury's ratings, his views, compared to AJ, Fury gets about 1 million when he was in his prime. He sold out Madison Square Garden to fight USS Cunningham. AJ gets about 300,000 viewers for his fights on Showtime. Never fought in the States. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? AJ is an exceptional heavyweight champion. He's a huge, massive star in the UK. It doesn't really translate in the US. I know the AJ fans are gonna hate me for that, but I have no secret cows to slay. I only tell the truth as I see it. AJ's not a big star in the U.S. Wilder's not a massive star either compared to other athletes. But Fury is. Fury beat Klitschko. Fury's taken the Garden before. Fury's a big star. And he's going to sell this fight. And if Wilder wins, he'll be a pay-per-view star because he beat Fury on pay-per-view. You know, if Fury wins, he's going to continue to be a pay-per-view star. He'll be a pay-per-view star on 2 continents. But in reality, Fury's the star here, and they both have the mouthpiece to sell this fight. They can both talk the fight, and I'm really into this fight. But have you guys seen? You know, I know Showtime has the show, but I thought this would take ESPN, FS1, local sports talk. I thought this fight would capture their imagination, and it hasn't at all. You gotta come back to they probably don't know who Deontay Wilder is. But let me know what you guys think on that topic. Are you guys into this? Does it feel like fight week to you guys? Are you there yet? Have you gotten yourself pumped up? Are you ordering the fight? Let me know that. Are you ordering the fight? Are you having a fight party? Or are you not that into it? Because I'm into it, but I'm guessing that there's a lot of people out there who are going to watch it, but they're not pumped up like they should be for a heavyweight title fight. So let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. I want to get into some funny news here with IBF super featherweight champ Tevin Farmer and Irish unbeaten prospect Jono King Kong Carroll. Let's see. Both fighters here are highly underrated and under the radar. I know Tevin Farmer's 3-0 this year. 3-0 this year? 2-0 this year. He has his 3rd fight coming up. He's fighting Francisco Fonseca on the undercard of the Canelo Fielding fight, which we're going to get into that later too. He's not a puncher, obviously, although he did get knocked out in his last fight. Look, Tevin Farmer is really skilled. I mean, he's a really skilled, gifted boxer. Excellent footwork, excellent defensive fighter, great reflexes. he's going to be trouble for anyone at 130. I think he would be a favorite against anyone in the division except for Tank Davis. I don't think this is somebody Lomachenko would want to fight. I don't think this is somebody Berchelt would want to fight. Luckily, promotional issues, as they may in boxing, may prevent that fight from happening in the near future anyway. But Jono Carroll of Ireland is also with Eddie Hearn and DAZN. So they're on the same promotional fence, on the same side of the promotional fence. I don't know how many of you are totally familiar with Jono Carroll, but 16-0. He has wins over John Quigley and Declan Geraghty. Real good Irish fighter. Boxer, puncher. He's like a swarm of punches. He's not a big hitter, but he has enough pop. He only has a few knockouts and 16 wins. But this guy is good. He's got some quality wins. He was moved along pretty quickly. And he's got himself in line. He was our 2017 Best Fighter You've Never Heard of award. So if you're going to say that we've never heard of this kid, we're jumping on his bandwagon. No. I've interviewed him before. You can read that on the website, 3dboxingblog.com. We sat down, we did an interview with Jono Carroll. And he was our best fighter to watch that you've never heard of in 2017. And now he's got a fight coming up on December 8th. He's put himself in line for a major title shot. I think you're going to get that. I don't know when or where, but I would imagine in 2019 you're going to get Farmer versus Jono Carroll for the IBF 130-pound strap. It would make a lot of sense. Both fighters are going to have a tremendous fan base. Farmer, being from Philadelphia, has a fan base. Big fan base. Great fight city. Jono Carroll's from Ireland. So he's Irish, so he's always going to have that natural Irish following. Irish love to follow their fighters. They love to support their fighters. I think putting this in New York or a Farmer fought in Boston. A lot of Irish brethren in Boston. They would love to come out and support their Irish guy. Farmer's already sold there. I think either New York or Boston makes a lot of sense for this fight, and I think it will happen. I think it will be a hell of it, and I think it'll do quite well. And the winner, depending on what we see from Tank Davis, if he stays in the weight class or moves up, the winner is basically the best fighter in the weight class at 130, them and Berchelt. And Berchelt's over there at top rank, so it's going to be tough to... I don't know what we're going to get out of Berchelt. Maybe we get Berchelt at Loma, but that would probably be at 135, so that means Berchelt would leave the division. But right now, that's probably the best fight we're going to see at 130, and it's a good fight. If you guys aren't familiar with Jono Carroll, take a look at him. He used to fight on Frank Warren cards called Carl Frampton cards in Northern Ireland. Now he's with Eddie Hearn and DAZN. He's an excellent fighter. But they've been going back and forth, calling each other out on Twitter. It's pretty hysterical. If you're not familiar, take a look. But I'm hoping this fight gets made. I really do. Both fighters have a great story. Tevin Farmer, we know about his career. And then you have this guy, Jono Carroll, who came out of nowhere. It just keeps getting better and better and better. And, look, Farmer would be a prohibitive favorite. Don't count Jono Carroll out. I'm not telling you I picked Carroll. This fight would have happened, which I think it is going to happen probably March, April of 2019. But Carroll could win this fight. Carroll has the style where he could put rounds in the bank against Tevin Farmer, who's a defensive fighter. I don't think Carroll knocks Farmer out. I don't think Farmer knocks Carroll, so it's going to go to the scorecards. Carroll outworks him. Carroll's going to throw a lot more punches. Carroll's going to make this a skilled dogfight. It could just be one of those things where it goes to the scorecards and half of you are going to think Farmer won almost every round. The other half is going to think Carroll eked it out just because of his style. This is a real good fight, and I'm hoping it gets made, and I hope you guys go look into Jono Carroll. But leave your thoughts, comments below. Let me know what you think. If that fight is indeed going to happen. If you follow Twitter beef between the two, but let me know what you think. Thoughts, comments below. The final topic of the day, of course, we're going to get to Canelo Alvarez versus Rocky Fielding. And let me explain how this works. Canelo Alvarez just fought a war like 2 months ago. He's taking a fight on relatively short notice, a relatively quick turnaround for someone of his stature. And he's fighting an okay fighter But this is how it should work. Look, he's staying busy, he's staying active, and you don't have to pay for the fight, right? If you have the zone subscription, it's all part of it. It's part of your couple bucks a month that you're paying. I think it's $10 a month. He fought his war with Triple G, and he's taking a bit of a sort of touch. Like if he took this fight 8-9 months later, right, and he was only going to fight twice a year, you'd have some beef, right? Like Keith Thurman only fights once a year, and he's fighting Josecito Lopez. So it's like this is trash, garbage, right? But he's going to come back and fight in May. And then he's going to fight in September. So, I mean, I don't know why people would be upset by this fight. I really don't get it. If a guy's going to fight 3 times a year, yes, he's going to take a soft touch in the third fight. But guess what? You don't have to pay anything extra for it. And you can just watch it. Or don't. I may go to this fight in Madison Square Garden because I'm really into this fight. I think it's really smart to test Canelo out in New York. We know that he can sell in Vegas. We know that he can sell in California. We know that he can sell throughout Texas. There's only one market left. And that's the biggest market in the country. And then his star is absolutely complete. He's the biggest athlete in the world if he can sell in New York. And this is not unprecedented. Like, I keep hearing hate. Like, no one's interested in this fight. Fine. It doesn't have to blow you away. Yes, Canelo's probably going to win by knockout. But he's jumping up. He's fighting a bigger fighter, an actually bigger fighter. But just, go back. After Floyd beat Pacquiao in that biggest fight of all time, he fought Andre Berto next. Not a killer. You know what I'm saying? After he had that war with Cotto, that was a great fight Mayweather had with Cotto. Got bloodied up. That was a good fight. He fought Ghost Guerrero. A little bit of a soft touch, right? Not a fight anyone was calling for. Not necessarily the fight everyone wanted, but he came back a couple of months later. He fought in May, came back in September, and took a little bit of a soft touch. And none of that's a problem. After Oscar De La Hoya fought Pernell Whitaker, he came back 2 months later and fought somebody named Patrick Charpentier. If you haven't heard of him, you never will. That's all I'm going to say. Got Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe, after he beat Holyfield, maybe the greatest heavyweight fight of my lifetime, he came back a couple of months later and fought Jesse Ferguson. Jesse Ferguson had a record of 19-9. I don't know why you guys think this is a big deal. He's doing. If he comes back in May and fights another Cherry, then we have a problem. But he's going to fight Charlo in May. I think next year he's going to fight Charlo and Triple G. Or, he's going to be mandated to take that Charlo fight at some point. And I think that's going to be sooner rather than later. I think those are the 2 guys he fights next year, although Andrade and Jacobs could be potential opponents as well. So he's going to take 2 hard fights next year. So why does this soft touch bother anyone? I'm not even a Canelo fan, really. I'm just... Again, I just tell you what it is. Paul Williams. Paul Williams had a life and death war with Antonio Margarito. One of my favorite fights a fight I've watched probably 10 times. You know who he fought after that? Carlos Quintana. Ooh, cherry picking got it wrong. Right? But Paul Williams lost. But Quintana was supposed to be a cherry. Supposed to be an easy fight for him. You saw that in the rematch, Paul Williams blew him out in the first round. But after the life and death war with Margarito, he came back on short notice and fought Carlos Quintana. So there's a precedence for this, and it makes sense. You want to preserve your investment. Look, they've made a massive, earth-shattering investment in Canelo. Talking about the zone. They don't want that star to burn out quickly. So they'll feed him Rocky Fielding, which, again, it's okay. Maybe the fight doesn't excite you. But sit down with your kids and watch Canelo Alvarez. Right? I mean, this is... Take it for what it's worth. It's if you had to pay $70 for this, I didn't pay for the Chavez Jr. fight because I don't pay for garbage. Right? I just don't pay for garbage. You don't have to pay anything extra for this. If you have the Zone subscription, you get it. But let me know what you guys think. I'm trying to explain. I sound like a Canelo apologist. I'm not. I'm just a boxing realist. I don't expect him to jump into the ring with Jamal Charlo 3 months after going to war with Triple G. I don't think anyone expects him to. If Keith Thurman gets in a tough fight, he takes 2 years off. He took 2 months off. And Rocky Fielding is a tougher test than Keith Thurman taking with Josecito Lopez. But I digress. Let me know what y'all think. Leave your thoughts, comments below on this. on the Farmer Carroll beef, as well as the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight? Does it feel like a heavyweight championship fight to you? Does it have that feel? Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, for Tuesday night fights, this is 3D Boxing signing off, saying thank you and God bless.
Enjoy 3D Boxing vlog videos? Show us some love by clicking the like button. Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3dboxingvlog.com is also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.